Hello everybody, it's Varus from ZoneRaider.net, and this is the site's first spotlight video featuring the game The Cave. And as you can see, it's the Xbox Live Arcade version, and it's produced by Double Fine Productions under the helm of Ron Gilbert, who this is his baby child. He's been thinking it up, brewing it up for the last 10 years. So we're going to go through the first 30 minutes of the game with the 3 pre-selections characters that I selected. I'll try to keep it as least commentary as possible. I'll be here, but I want you to kind of experience the game without me blabbering the whole time. So why don't we get to it?
Welcome. Don't let my sultry and mysterious voice startle you. For hundreds, nay thousands, nay tens of thousands of years, people have come to me in search of what they desire most. Few find what they are looking for. Even fewer ever leave. Welcome to The Cave. That's me, The Cave. Yes, I'm a talking cave. Don't laugh. It makes dating hell. Besides, I have a really interesting story to tell you this evening, so pay attention. It's a story of 7 people and a glimpse into a dark place in each of their hearts. But be careful before you judge. There is a dark place in your heart as well. Someday you will find yourself descending my depths in search of what you desire. And you might not like what you find either. But enough about you. This is about them.
Okay, so there's
The
7
hillbilly.
characters.
On this fine night, he searches for his true love, but does desire burn too brightly in his heart? The knight. He is on a quest for a sword of unequaled power and prestige. But will he find it before anyone else gets hurt? The time traveler. She is here to right a wrong 1,000,000 years in the making. Fortunately for her, yesterday is a new day. The scientist. She is on the cusp of a great discovery for all of humankind, and 100 million lives hang in the balance. The adventurer. She is hot on the trail of her lost companions and unequaled ancient treasure, but not necessarily in that order. The twins. They just want to go outside and play. What could be more innocent than that? The monk. He seeks his master so he can become the master. It's a journey filled with peace and enlightenment. And murder. Sorry.
Okay, so you got the 7 characters that you picked 3 from the lot. Each one has their own special power. I have the twins still going. But from the 3 that you picked 2, the main storylines actually are different per character. So you can go through the game, get to the bottom, and still have more to do because there is a story for each character. This playthrough I picked the time traveler, I'm going to pick the knight, and also the twins. While going through the cave, you do have to move each one individually, but there are some points where to progress further, it will make each one auto-follow and progress further. But I do kind of wish that there was an option that you can click a button to auto-follow. I do understand that you don't want to auto-follow automatically because you might be trying to flip 3 switches and you have somebody stationary and you don't want them to move. But it would be kind of nice to have the option to be able to click, say, the analog stick, and everyone auto-follows you, so you don't have to backtrack so much just to go 10 feet. And you'll notice a few times during the gameplay, it's already happened once, there is some frame rate issues. It's not actually the Elgato game capture, it is the game, which didn't really break it for me, but it was still kind of unnerving at times just to be playing and jumping and it glitching and I'm missing my ledge.
What? You break it, you buy it. Just saying. I don't think that bridge has been safety tested with more than 2 people.
The humor definitely is on the side where you know it's funny, but for me at least, many of the times I really didn't laugh.
Careful. If that bridge breaks, there might be no way back up. And by if, I mean when that bridge breaks. Who am I kidding?
Yeah, like I was saying, it's kind of like the humor that doesn't make you laugh out loud, but you do. You do laugh inside, at least.
Oh, I hope you're not here to visit the cave, because we're closed. A gruesome and horrific accident has occurred, and there's no way we can open. No way. I shudder to even describe. You know, there is a way I could reopen, allowing you fine adventurers to partake in the unique experience that only the cave has to offer. I just need 3 small trinkets to sell. Just 3. Let me say that number again. 3. Take this giant novelty-sized key. It's cute, isn't it? Open the employee's back entrance. I'm sure you'll find some treasures worthy of the cave's gift shop. Haste makes waste is a stupid saying. Still, get cracking.
So essentially that guy's kind of lazy and wants us to go find his treasures.
He is a funny little man, isn't he? I should probably fire him. I think he's dipping into the till.
So the cave is a sentient being, as told by Ron Gilbert. It knows what's going on, and it knows what's happening. And that was an unlock. You have different sections in the cave that you have to have a certain person in your party just to be able to unlock that artwork. As you can see, there was a few blocks underneath it. I think there's 6, maybe 7 each per character. I'm not quite sure, but there's like at least 6. And there's a few ways to do every puzzle. Depending on their special power, you can either skip a lot of the tedious grunt work, or you can do it the way that you're supposed to. Like the monk right there can do telekinesis and bring that bucket up. The basic pull 3 levers with 3 characters trick. Boom. Oh.
There's no dying in the cave. At least not this soon. So much left for them to learn.
So you can't go too far with her power, but I thought it was worth a try. Because apparently you can't die, right? What's up, Buckley? Again, here's another one. few of the puzzles, of course, because there's no road signs telling you how to do it, it will take a little bit of experimenting and just maybe a few minutes of just kind of putting your head into it and trying to figure out how to do it. Like with this, well, I knew I had to get the crank off, but I didn't know how to get that crank off.
Like I said, there's no dying in the cave.
I originally went through the first, as you saw at the beginning of the game, I restarted. I got a lot further than this, but I figured it'd be nice to show the first 30 minutes and not to be the first time I went through it, because it did take me a few more minutes than it should have for a few things to figure it out. I don't want you guys to sit and wait for that. But I still am showing a few things that you're not supposed to do. And also a few mistakes just to show you what happens. I think this game would be really fun, especially with 3 players. I haven't been able to play with more than another person, but it is really fun divvying up the jobs and kind of working together to try to solve these puzzles. So if you can, I really recommend playing cooperatively with a friend. But if you can't, it's still an awesome game. The thing I like about this game too is it's a traditional adventure game, but it has a lot more exploration, and I don't know, just the aesthetic is very, very pleasing to the eyes, and it's still very fun while still being that, you know, classic adventure game that Double Fine and Ron Gilbert are so well known for. And for an Xbox Live Arcade game, I really don't want to bash it any, because I do really appreciate this game, even with the small hiccups and some of the tediousness that can go with this, but it's not a deal breaker. We made him cry. Sad. And I missed that. That was the twins. And this was the first time that actually you saw the auto follow feature. Since we got to another major section, it moved them for me, which I'm not sure if I'm actually moving them more than I need to, but it seems like they're put in the right places at least. Throw it! Run! Thought it'd be a good idea to have that flame. Guess not. Guessing that's one of the items I need. See, it pulled him again. problem I have with the game is because I'm being too OCD and trying to bring them all at the same time. And that's how you use your special powers to bypass things like that. I know the hillbilly has a power that he can breathe forever, so I don't know if I stayed in that water if I would drown or not, but I didn't really try that. And that's at 2 of 3. That is the third item we need. Of course, the twins already had one of the items, so they couldn't pick that one up. For being a cave, everything certainly is pretty colorful, and that's one of the pleasing things about the game, the art design and everything.
Well, that's one trinket. A far cry from 3 trinkets.
Don't worry, got
Trinket
the other
numero
two.
2. Ah, the third glorious trinket. I have to say, you have surprised me. I figured you'd give up after 1. Oh, right. Sorry.
So apparently he's just lazy. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, you can read that if you want to pause it. Da 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 da. So with each...
Well, that was a close one. It does bode well for our intrepid spelunkers that they navigated that maze of intrigue. I have high hopes for this group, much better than the last. I think they may still be down here. I should probably get them out. Nothing scares away the tourist like a rotting corpse.
Apparently it needs more weight. Or not. I tell myself now, go get that. And it doesn't matter. Oh, It doesn't matter who you use to get the unlocks. It just matters that they're in your group. And the unlocks don't really do anything besides tell a story graphically, so. And this is a kind of a glimpse of how you have to kind of move all three of the characters all at once. Kind of gets tedious sometimes, but as long as you don't have to keep going back and forth with all three of them, it's not too bad. And this is my favorite part about the knight. See how I did what I did with the other two guys? His power is invincibility, so watch this. Because I don't have to go through it. Ta-da! Very cool.
Some say chivalry is a trait that cannot be learned. It is a quality you are born with. That may or may not be true, but what is true is you can't steal it. It's a lesson our brave knight friend is about to learn, or a lesson we hope he is about to learn before anyone else gets hurt, or maimed, or killed, or eaten alive. Forget I said eaten alive. Spoilers!
As you can see, there's a castle in this cave, which is pretty cool. It is exciting to know that they're not constraining themselves to just cave aesthetics, but they're going for a lot of different things in the cave. I mean, if the cave can talk, then why not, right? Good thing about dying, nothing really happens except going back, which is good because sometimes falling to your death isn't as far as you think it would be.
You commoner.
What you say?
Have you come with my clean linens?
And she told us exactly what we needed to get. Sometimes it's very, very helpful to explore more so that you know what you need.
Aye, another fine knight hath cometh to try and pulleth Excalibur from the stoneth. Only the worthy may attempt such a feat. Prove thy worth by first winning the love of my daughter. She is quite prickly, and I fear she will never wed. Returneth with her amulet as proof of her love, and thou will be granted a chance to pulleth the swordeth from the stoneth.
Yeah, so I guess we gotta do it even if we don't want this princess's undying love for 3 people at once. In our case, 4. And by doing that, it opened up that gate. But I was impatient and used the time travel to do that for me. The reason why I did this, even though I've been up there with the time traveler, I figured, what would happen if she saw a knight? Maybe it might change things. Let's see if that is the case.
Oh, please. Not another chivalrous knight trying to win my love through misguided feats of bravery or bribery. I really need to talk to my father about this. Okay, let's get it over with. Go prove your bravery by returning with the gold the dragon is guarding. Do that, and I'll give you my amulet as a token of my love. Blah, blah, blah. That is what you want to hear, right? Dragon, gold, amulet. In that order. Men. I just want to be an electrical engineer.
It's pretty funny. I do like how the dialogue is dependent on who your character is, so it's really cool. Good touch. Probably could have ended it by now, because I think those who are wanting to see what the game's like have seen enough and have decided for themselves if they want to buy it, which I highly suggest, or pass. But I figured I'd leave in some more, go to the 32-minute mark, because there's a few things I did just for fun, just to kind of enjoying the game as much as possible, because it's not just about the solving of the puzzles, but the journey getting there, which is pretty fun. That's the sound, I know you've heard it before, is that's what happens when you are denied what you want to try and pull off the walls or the ground, and none of the flames are allowing me to pick them up. Hey, look. It's a dragon. And that fried me. Side note. A side note with the knight is, especially, well, any of them, the powers, some of them are actually toggleable if you just push the button to activate them. You just have to push them once. You don't have to hold it down like that. That's by pushing it once. See? I tried this out now by going to another character, and I still have his shield equipped, his invincibility. I really like how they hang on to each other, it's pretty cool. Holding hands.
None shall pass.
And that's a roadblock. Guess you could say it's a clever way of telling you don't go that way yet, right? Here, look, a Dragon Gate key. That looks helpful. Of course, it's not gonna work, but unless you want to transport your ghost down, that's not gonna work either. The inevitable. I have to get another character. he's still doing a good job holding back the dragon, so I'll use the time traveler. The price you pay for unlocks. Oh, that's a close one.
Who goes there?
As you can see, that was a lot of work for nothing. Well, that's about it for this spotlight video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it kind of helped make a decision for you on what you want to do, if you're going to buy the game or not. For me, I still feel it's worth it. There's a lot to do. I know I've heard that if you power through it, each character you can kind of complete the game in 10 minutes, 14 minutes. But I'm thinking maybe if you take your time, it's an hour per character, so a good 7 hours of the game. It's still a fun game to play. It's not procedurally created, the cave, so every time you go through it, it will kind of be the same. Besides the character stories, those are different. In some areas you can't get into unless you have those characters, like the plot stories, and like you'll see a mansion and you can only go in it if you have the twins because it's their house. There's a lot of things about this game that are very, very promising. Like I said, the few small things that kind of give blemishes aren't enough to really sway me, at least, from not playing the game. So I'll be playing this game a little bit more. It's just I have so many games on my plate that I think I might give it a second just to sit for a while I play other games like you see Zone of the Ender. And to see more videos like this one, go on over to our YouTube channel, search the Zonecast, or you can go to our website at zoneender.net. Don't forget to let us know, guys, how we're doing by simply leaving a message on our site or by emailing us directly to zonerender@gmail.com. Appreciate it, and see you again soon.